Join Kids Hut family. Hey Tofu, can I borrow your paints? I will return them to you tomorrow. But I don't know you. Oh, I am Joe from art class. I invited you to my birthday party as well in first grade. Oh, okay. I can't recall, but fine. You can borrow my paints. Thanks. Hey, good morning, Joe. Can I have my paints back? What paints? I don't have your paints. Hey, wait. You borrowed my paints. I did not. Hey, Tofu, what happened? That boy who calls himself Joe borrowed my paints yesterday. But today he just denied it on my face. He says he doesn't have any paints. Oh no, that's so bad. He deceived you, just like the sage was deceived by the swindler. The sage? The swindler? Come on, I will tell you a story as we walk home. The Foolish Sage. Once, there was a wise and respected sage who lived in a faraway monastery. People would offer him gifts, food, clothes, and money to seek his blessings. He accumulated a lot of wealth by selling gifts that he did not need for himself. He never trusted anybody, so he put all his money in a bag which he carried with him wherever he went. One fine day, a cunning swindler noticed the sage and his bag. Ah, that bag must contain something valuable. I must find a way to steal it from the sage. The sage saw the strange man noticing him sharply, and so he went ahead and questioned him. My child, why are you so troubled? Oh, Guruji, please guide me to the right path in life. I am fed up with life and want to seek peace. My son, I will surely help you. You are blessed because you have come to me to seek peace at this young age. Oh Guruji, please accept me as your disciple. I will do whatever you ask me to do. The sly swindler put up a good act and deceived the sage. And so, to guide and help the man, the sage asked the swindler to accompany him to his monastery. The sage was unaware of the intentions the swindler had in his mind. Being a holy man, I spend the night alone as I meditate. So you will sleep in a hut at the gate of the monastery. The swindler did everything to prove himself as an obedient disciple, but could not gain enough confidence of the sage to part with his bag when he was around. How can I snatch the bag from him? Stupid man never leaves the bag alone. It seems like I am wasting my time. The swindler thought of killing the sage with a knife or feed him with poison to get the bag. But one day, they came across a young boy visiting the sage, inviting him to come to his village and perform the sacred thread ceremony. The sage accepted the invitation and set out for the village, taking the swindler with him. On the way, the sage suddenly had an urge to pass. He found a bush nearby and decided to go ahead. Please look after this until I return. I must go and find a place to eliminate myself. The moment the sage went out of his sight, the swindler finally found an opportunity, and so he collected the bag and ran away as swiftly as he could. The sage returned only to find the man and the precious bag to be gone. Oh no, you have robbed me. You cheat, come back. God will never forgive you for deceiving an innocent man. The sage returned empty-handed to his monastery the next morning, realizing that he should not have trusted anyone blindly. Oh, foolish me! How could I trust an unknown man like that? Oh, my bag, my possessions. I like this story, Tia. I'm glad you did, Tofu. Do you understand the moral of the story? Yes, the moral of the story is that you must not be taken away by the sweet words of anybody. Tia, I think I don't want to try for the basketball team this year. But why, Tofu? Most of the players in the team are very strong and tall. How will I win the game? Oh, Tofu, you don't have to be tall and buff like the other kids to win the game. It is more important to use your intelligence and quick-wittedness. Also, teamwork plays an equally important role. Really? Yes, Tofu. Would you like to hear a story to understand it better? That would be great. The Foolish Lion and the Clever Rabbit. Once upon a time, in a large forest, many animals used to live together. But one day, a mean, powerful, and vicious lion walked into the forest. He would go about the forest and kill the other animals even when he did not want to eat them. And soon, the animals started dwindling in numbers. This stirred up a sense of fear among the animals, and so they decided on a plan. We need to do something about this lion. He's killing us at will. Yeah, we can't let him keep doing this. I agree. We need to come up with a plan to stop him. The animals collectively called a conference and they agreed to send an animal to the lion's den every day as his food. The lion quickly accepted this proposal after it was conveyed to him. Oh, mighty lion, we request you to stay inside your den and we would serve you every day with an animal for food.
Ha! You foolish animals have finally understood that I'm the king of this forest. You all must serve and respect me.
Very well, sir. The lion proudly walked up to his den and remained there. He calmly rested in his den while every day one animal came to the den and became his food. One day, it was the rabbit's turn. The rabbit was clever, and so he devised a strategy to kill the lion. He arrived at the lion's den somewhat late. This made the lion even more hungry and furious.
Where is my food? I am starving to death. These foolish animals!
Just then, the clever rabbit walked up and instantly started narrating a false incident to fool the lion. Oh, great lion, forgive me for being late.
You mindless rabbit, come here.
Oh, please listen to me first, sir. There were 6 rabbits in total when we started, but one ferocious lion met us on the way. He took 5 of the other rabbits. He would not let me go, so I told him, we already have you as a mighty king. He was extremely angry and spared me to inform you that he is now the new king of this jungle. You must leave the forest at once or he will kill you, he said.
What? Another lion? Take me to him. I will show him who's the king.
Very well, sir. Let's go. But be careful. He is a lot bigger and stronger than you.
Ha! We'll see.
Look, there's the lion. There is a den inside the well where he lives.
Let me see who this stupid lion is.
The rabbit took him to the well and told him to see inside the well. When the lion saw inside the well, he saw his own reflection and misjudged it as the other lion. He then jumped inside the well to kill him and soon realized that he was stuck in the well, unable to get out.
Oh no! Wait! What is happening? Why can't I get out of here? Where is the other lion? Help me! I'm drowning! Help me!
You were too foolish to understand that it was just your reflection and you jumped in. You are now stuck in the well. You better stay there, you arrogant beast. The rabbit was wise and could beat the lion with his intelligence. The jealous lion did not think of his actions and only acted on impulse. His hunger and his ego had numbed his mind. Wow, the rabbit was quite smart. Even though he was little, he outsmarted the lion. That's right, Tofu. Remember that strength doesn't always win. I will remember that, Tia. Thanks for telling me this wonderful story. Anytime, Tofu. Tia, did you hear about the new boy at school? No. What about him? A group of boys in my class tried to bully the new kid. He stood up for himself and complained about it to the authorities, and our principal suspended the boys for a week. Wow, I'm glad that he stood up against his bullies. This reminds me of a story. Would you like to hear it out? Yes, Tia. The Three Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there lived 3 billy goats named Gruff in a beautiful meadow near the river. There was the little billy goat, the middle billy goat, and the big billy goat. Hey guys, I am getting so hungry. I think we should go to the other side of the river where there's fresh grass. Ours is all dried up anyways. That sounds like a great idea, but how will we get there? The only way is by crossing the bridge, but it's guarded by a mean troll. Don't worry about the troll. I'll go first and knock him down with my horns. And off went the little billy goat Gruff over the bridge. Clippity-clop, 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 clippity-clop.
Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?
It's me, the little billy goat Gruff. I'm going over the other side for food.
You're not crossing my bridge. I am hungry and I'm going to eat you up.
Please don't eat me, sir. I'm just going to the other side to eat fresh grass. You see, I am so small. Wait for my big brother. He's much tastier and bigger than me.
Okay, go ahead.
The little billy goat acted cleverly and crossed the bridge. And now, off went the middle billy goat Gruff over the bridge. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop.
Roar! Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge?
It's me, the middle billy goat Gruff. I am going over to the other side for food.
You're not crossing my bridge. I am hungry and I am going to eat you up.
Please don't eat me, sir. I'm just going to the other side to eat fresh grass. You see, I'm not so big. Wait for my big brother. He's much tastier and bigger than me.
Okay. Go ahead. He better be bigger and tastier or I will eat you all up.
The middle billy goat acted smart and crossed the bridge. And now off went the big billy goat Gruff over the bridge. Clippity-clop,
Clippity-clop, clippity-clop. Roar! Who's that trip-trapping over my bridge? It's me, the billy goat, Gruff. I am going over to the other side for food. Finally, the biggest billy goat. You are not crossing my bridge. I am hungry and I am going to gobble you up. Ha 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 ha. Come and get me, you mean old troll.
And the furious big billy goat charges towards the mean old troll and hits him with his big curly horns. And off went the stinky old troll into the river, while the 3 billy goats happily chewed on fresh green grass across the bridge.
Wow, that was such a nice story, Tia.
Indeed it was. The 3 billy goats stood strong against the mean old troll and crossed the bridge. They were not afraid of their bully and acted bravely.
I understand the moral of the story. We should always be brave and stand up to bullies. We should never let anyone stop us from doing what we want, and we must always work together as a team to overcome challenges. Am I right, Tia?
Smart boy, Tofu.
Tia, we were electing for the sports president today, and I voted for myself because I think I am the tallest of them all.
Oh, that's great. But don't you think you need more qualities to be the sports president than just being tall?
Like what?
Like being smart?
I think you're right.
This reminds me of a story. Would you like to hear it?
I would love to.
Rory, the quick-witted rabbit. Once upon a time, in a far-off land, there lived a clever little rabbit named Rory. Rory was a curious little rabbit and loved to explore the forest every day. One day, while hopping around, he came across a group of animals that had gathered around a tree.
Good morning, Rory.
Hello, Butterfly. What's going on over there?
They're having a meeting to decide who should be their king. Oh wow, I want to join in.
Rory hopped over the tree and joined the group of animals. He was very excited to be a part of the meeting.
I should be the king. I am the strongest. No, I should be the king because I am the biggest.
Excuse me. I should be the king because I am so majestic and beautiful.
But among all the animals, Rory had a different idea.
I think the wisest animal should be our king. I can prove that I am the wisest.
Oh, you funny little rabbit. Why should you be the king?
I may not be big or strong, but I have a lot of clever ideas. And I think a king needs to be clever and wise, not just big and strong.
The animals thought about this and agreed to have a contest. The animal with the best gift would be crowned as the king. Rory went home to think about what gift he could bring. He decided to make a special potion of herbs and berries that would make the animals feel happy and energized. The day of the contest arrived, and one by one, the animals came to the tree with their gifts. The lion brought a crown made of gold. The elephant brought a big pile of fruits, and the peacock brought a dazzling array of jewels. But when Rory came forward with his potion, the animals scoffed.
What is that? Funny little rabbit with a funny little bottle as a gift. Ha ha ha.
It's a potion I made from herbs and berries that will make you feel happy and energized. That doesn't sound very impressive. Why don't you just try some? It won't cause you any harm, I promise.
and one by one, the animals drank the potion. Sure enough, they started to feel happy and energized. They forgot all about the contest and started playing games and laughing together. As the animals were playing, Rory noticed a group of hunters approaching the forest.
We need to hide. Act like you're sleeping.
The hunters approached cautiously. When they saw the animals lying still on the ground, they assumed they were dead and left the forest.
Oh, poor animals! They are dead already. Let's go ahead. Wow, Rory! You saved us all.
You're a true hero, Rory. Thank you, but I couldn't have done it without all of you. We make a great team.
From that day forward, Rory was crowned the king of the forest. He ruled with wisdom and cleverness, always making sure to put the needs of the animals first. The forest was a happy and peaceful place under his rule. Years went by and Rory grew old. One day, he called all the animals for a meeting.
It's time for me to step down as king. I've had a long and happy reign, but now it's time for a new king to take my place.
The animals were sad to see Rory go, but they knew he was right. They decided to hold a contest to find a new king. The animals came forward with their gifts, but none of them were as impressive as Rory's potion. The animals started to get worried until a little mouse named Millie stepped forward.
I don't have a gift, but I do have a suggestion. Why don't we all work together to keep the forest safe and happy?
The animals thought about this and agreed that Millie had the best idea. They decided to work together as a team and protect the forest and the animals with equal responsibility.
I loved this story, Tia.
I love this one too, Tofu. The moral of the story is that wisdom and cleverness are just as important as strength, and working together is the key to success.
Tia, did you see that? That car almost hit that pedestrian crossing the road.
Yes, I did. It was a close call. But do you know what they say? An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
What does that mean, Tia?
It means it's always better to be safe and cautious rather than take unnecessary risks. Accidents can happen in the blink of an eye, and it's important to always be aware of our surroundings and make smart choices.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yes, it does. Would you like to hear a story, Tofu?
Sure, I'd love to.
The Wise Lion. Well, once upon a time, in a faraway forest, there was a fox who was always causing trouble and getting into mischief. One day, he came across a lion who was basking in the sun.
Hey there, Mr. Lion. You look mighty fine and mighty relaxed. What's your secret?
Oh, I just take my time and enjoy the simple pleasures in life. No need to rush or take unnecessary risks.
Ha! You must be bored out of your mind. I like to live on the wild side, take chances, and see what happens.
That's all well and good, Mr. Fox, but sometimes those risks can have dangerous consequences. It's important to find a balance between adventure and caution.
I see what you mean. but it's still no fun if you're always being careful all the time. See, I can swing the branch of the tree. Whee! Can you? Ha!
Good for you, Mr. Fox. It's important to have fun and let loose occasionally, but it's also important to know when to draw the line and be responsible. What if you fell off the branch and landed on me? I could have eaten you alive.
That's the point. Thanks for the lesson, Mr. Lion.
You're welcome, Mr. Fox. And remember, always think before you act and consider the potential consequences of your actions.
I will, Mr. Lion. Thanks for the wise words.
Wow, that was a really good story, Tia. I understand what you mean now about being careful and thinking before we act.
I'm glad, Tofu. It's important to always be aware of our surroundings and make smart choices. It can make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, you're right. Thanks for the lesson, Tia.
No problem, Tofu. That's what big sisters are for.
Yeah, and you're the best big sister anyone could ask for.
Oh, thank you, Tofu. You're the best little brother or sister could ask for too.
Can we go play now?
Of course, Tofu. Let's go have some fun. But remember to always be safe and mindful of our surroundings.
I will, Tia. For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hut family. Subscribe here.